Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Hello, it's been a while. Well, it's been just yesterday, but it's been a while. Well, welcome to my live 2D debut of today. And it is kind of like I have been always been 2D for to begin with, and like calling it 2D debut is silly. But it is like a 2.5D debut, so like 2D debut. Whatever it will be. I think getting a representative, a model that sort of like reflects your motion is kind of first step to be a proper YouTuber. So yeah, I think from today maybe I could call myself a VTuber. Well, this stream would be a little bit shorter than usual since there is nothing really much going on rather than just showing myself and introduce myself. So sit back and enjoy, and please congratulate me for getting alive to the debut. Now then, let's start with my room. Yeah. Hello. This is my room. I have my PCs, drawing tablets, my drinking jug, my waters, my headphones, and my microphones. And well, those two plushies on the back is sort of my dream, but I hope it could be come true. Then, without any delays and without further ado, let's see how I have been turned out. Oh, well, there's no style. There's no styling and everything. It is only like 2 minutes, so I don't know, maybe should I like style some more, but I don't have like announcement and nothing to really say. And I'm more excited about like showing what it have been come true. So 자, 이거죠? 하나, 둘, 셋. Ta-da! Hello, this is Rena, the streamer from the SACHIPRO. Oh, I don't know what to say. I can finally move around. And this room is actually sort of almost like identical from what my room is. So like looking at this room and my screen is kind of like makes me it is like my place, and it is kind of put me at ease. Even like those little air conditioner, I cannot like point, but there is like even an air conditioner remote control on the like a backside. Little incense holders, little cups. It kind of like makes me that I am inside these rooms. Welcome. How does it look? Is it how you imagined? Or is it better? Is it worse? Or is it awkward? Love the details. Thank you. Mama have been like working hard on doing how should I put it? Working tirelessly. Actually, this debut was supposed to be on the last week when I was doing Inat's stream, where she was kind of burning all of her energy doing making this one and other things, including these BGMs. Well, our BGMs actually was a little bit edgy to begin with. Our opening animations and ending animations. She was sort of like really into breakcore and those genres, so she made it a little bit more core-ish and maybe from like getting a new debut, new models, and having a new debut, maybe we could get some more cuteness going on. So I asked her to like tone down her usual edginess. So this is how our BGMs and new opening lores has been made. So I actually prepared a little slides. Well, we introduced ourselves in launch of the SACHIPRO, but we sort of like wanted to do my own introduction since I haven't really like expressing myself, and it wasn't like my first stream in this channel, but well, let's just start that. Ooh, spoilers. Hello. Hi, my name is Rena. I'm a streamer from SACHIPRO. I'm 20 plus years old. I'm legal age of drinking. That's why we could able to do those drinking streams. My height is around 169 centimeters, and I can speak English. And I have Twitter. So those are the Twitter accounts that I usually upload my schedules. Not schedules, but stream frames and a little bit of, I don't know, I don't usually tweet much, but maybe I'm trying to think that I should be tweet a little bit more. Right. And I was watching a lot of like vtuber debuts and how they introduce themselves, and one thing they really put out is like and dislike. But as a person who really wanted to put out positive vibes, I don't want to really describe something as a dislike. So I put not a fan instead of dislike. So what I like is actually learning new things, learning languages, learning new games, learning knowledges even in my own pace that I can comfortably digest those informations. And within those like learnings, I'd like to share my thoughts a lot since I was streaming and talking to a lot of people. Actually learning about the other people and sort of digest and concentrate those information into my thought and speaking out myself. It was really enjoyable moment. So those are my newfound joy. And I like research, as in not like I'm doing a grandeur new thing to like do, but research about something that I really enjoy. It could be some game lores, it could be how the game was made, it could be some IP, it could be like history stuff. But basically, I really like to fall into a rabbit hole. And since I'm not just a flat screen anymore, maybe I could incorporate more of my likes into the streams, where I'd like to do some like topic discussions or learning with me streams or like study with me streams. It could be utilized in that way. And most importantly, I like gamings, and those will be explained later, but do I like a feeling of discovery? Yes. And I like not only the feeling of discovery, but also I really like a feeling of owning it myself, where I discover something, and when it sort of like become one with myself, that feeling is really awesome. It's like when I learn about like a new idol groups, and somehow after like few months I can speak like I'm like the advocate for that idol groups, like I'm PRing them for like other people, just like I'm owning the information. That feeling is really nice, and I want to share what I like and what I really passionate about in this channel. Right, and there's a little letter called drinking. As you can check out like a lot of my past drinking streams, it is sort of connected with a learning. I like to learn a new scent, learn a new flavors. Yeah, and drinking and eating food is also sort of in the category of our learning. And drinking streams, I usually share my thoughts and share my how the drink is like. So yeah. But what I'm not a fan is spicy food. I cannot stomach spicy food at all. I cannot eat something that is like spicy than like shinramen, like those red packet Korean ramen. I cannot eat more spicy than that. I can eat that, but that will kind of like hurt my stomach a little bit. And since I like a feeling of discovery, as you put, and sharing my thoughts after I digest, I'm really like weak to spoilers. Where it can be helped when the series or like game is like decade old and those explain the story itself is a spoilers, like Star Wars, like I'm your father. Those stuff can be just fine, and I can even like research how those like memes and those are formed. But I'm generally weak to spoilers, so I'm trying to like not watch any like gaming videos or any like new title videos or anything. Yeah, even sometimes it was really harsh on my mental when I really don't want to listen anything regarding like the franchise, like even like a music from the franchise. I sort of like consider that as a spoiler. So yeah, those are like my likes and not a fan of. Next is I'm gonna elaborate about my games. This is my favorite ones on my Steam page. Actually, we share our Steam page, so there's like some Mama's one, Rocky Mama's one mixed in. But the 3-star ones are very likey. I like Elden Ring as I played through it. I really liked Near Replicant. That means mostly the games I enjoyed was story-rich action-adventure games. And Witcher 3 too. And those three sort of ingrained what gaming is in my mind. The Witcher series, Elden Ring, and Real Replicant. Like the top-down view, or not the top-down view, but like a 3D over-the-shoulder view of characters going around and doing stuff. Even I played like a Breath of the Wild with a rent console, and I really liked it too. And if I get Switch someday, if I really want to get Switch, or somehow Nintendo ported into the PC, then I really want to play that one too. And the puzzle games, Portal and Portal 2, is the only genre of the game that I really enjoyed. Those are actually the ones that I finished from start to end. And those are games like a Portal and Portal 2 and Team Fortress, all of like those old Valve games really shaped how I perceive games. And Portal and Portal 2 have like a special place in my heart. And if Portal 3 releases in a decade maybe, when I'm alive, then I'd like to visit that one too. And there is games like Inscription. Inscription is a roguelike card building deck. I'm not really like fan of card buildings or like a roguelike, so like a Slay the Spire or other roguelike games. But Inscription's art style really like intrigued me, so I played and finished around like 2 sittings, and it was really enjoyable. And I found out that if the art style and everything is really approachable to me, really affectionate towards me, then I think I could able to play the games that aren't my genres. But yes, And there is like a Monster Hunter Wild and Nitty Stream Overload I played on the stream. And those are my favorite ones that is currently on my favorite list. Cyberpunk 2077 too. Actually, I'm really looking forward to GTA 6 since from the childhood, GTA series is a game that is sort of really popular among the teenagers since like violence, gang violence, and many like open world explorations. But I haven't really get into the series myself yet, despite owning like a whole series. But if the GTA 6 comes out in next year on reasonable time frame, I'd like to finish the game too, since I really like Cyberpunk 2077 and its open world structure as well as shooting guns. So, okay, next is a backlog of games. Now, there is this is like a part of only backlogs, but there is a game I want to try, which is Dark Souls. I was really fan of Elden Ring, and obviously I'm really interested about its predecessors. So Dark Souls 1 to 3, Demon Souls, Bloodborne if I can somehow get my hands into PS, or it can port it into Steam. And those are games I really want to play for the lores, and the Sekiro too, actually. If the Sekiro can be on sale, I could get one too. And there's Monster Hunter Wilds. It's out for like a really long time and really want to get back to it. The one thing that really changes. But as you can see on the public check, I checked out unpacking yesterday, so I'm making changes and I'm making progresses too. So yeah, Monster Hunter Wild I played beta on this channel when it was, I think, second closed beta where Arkveld was introduced. But I was not able to finish Arkveld challenge that were available at the time. So I really want to like do a revenge Arkveld with like a gear that is exact same with the beta. I don't think it can be 100% replicable, but I really want to try. And Life is Strange, those exploration game with a really rich storytelling, maybe like Hot Rain, and those games like Two Souls. Was it like called Two Souls, like Phantom Souls? I don't know, but those games, exploration games, always leave like a little bit of like sad place, since I only watched a little playthrough in old YouTube, and now I actually got one. I was never able to actually play it myself. So I really want to play those games too, like to revisit how I obsessed with it last time and how I'm changed regarding like percepting the game, and maybe I like it, maybe I don't like it, but yes. And I'm intrigued to play some more like indie games, popular titles like Valhalla. That is actually very close to the backlog. I'd like to play Valhalla since it was sort of like mentioned. But there is a game like Girls Made Pudding and like Camo Mini Cafe that is like played right now. And all the storytelling games like What Remains of Edith Finch, The Wolf Among Us, and yeah. Basically all of those games in this backlogs is sort of like refine the backlogs that I want to complete. I want to finish the game I want to start. So yeah. Those are the games I want to finish at least once in the stream. Now, anime. Since, well, there is like a VTubing and like a virtual avatar is like stemmed from Japanese cultures, and a lot of us are actually otakus, right? And many of them kind of list their favorite animes, but it was been like a long time I have been watching animes by myself, so I only choose 3 very influential, very liked anime. That's for me, which is K-On!, the Haruhi, the melancholy one, not the host club one, and Kill la Kill. Those 3 are the animes I really liked, and I watched start to finish, and I followed the franchise for a long time. K-On! Is a girls band anime with a comfy story and really emotional moments that I really felt hard when I was going through, well, puberty and middle school and high school. Since basically it is like their story about how the unexpected people meet and have relationships and have done something like together in a comfy settings, and eventually they have to like graduate and say goodbye to each other, and Asa is like left behind. And those stories were really realistic in a sense that was very appealing to the young Rena. And yeah. And Haruhi is a first anime I actually watched. It is more like some sort of mystery genre with a little bit of like horror. Many people don't really realize Haruhi has like a horror element given how the silly the usual shenanigans are. But yeah, those coming of age story that is mixed with a mystery. It is also kinda branched me into watching Hyoka, the Hotaru anime where like mystery things happens and you have to like do detective things. And yeah. And lastly, Kill la Kill. Haruhi, yes, Haruhi, the Melancholy of the Suzumiya Haruhi is my first anime. I think that is like first exposure to me to Haruhi is my first anime. Where I don't think like first exposure is like inherently Haruhi, but like of course I've seen like a Dragon Ball or like a One Piece or Bleach or like a Gashubel that was like really famous in that era, or even Kaiji, Naruto, but I'm really intrigued on more like an anime scene, like a shonen thing. So Haruhi was my first anime, I think. Yeah, it was my first full watched anime. Yeah, and Kill la Kill was my first shonen anime. I wasn't really fan of genre of the shonen because it was really like popular, and like I was going through Chuni phase, and I really don't want to associate myself with like popular things, like mainstream things. So I didn't watch any like shonen that is accessible, even like rom-coms too. So yeah, but Kill la Kill's art style really like intrigued me about like how the bold the character is, how the bold design is. So the coolness, the like sheer coolness of it, and the music, it really intrigued myself. And I'm actually learning like 3D CAD in that era, and I really wanted to 3D model the high school in the Kill la Kill. But yeah, that was distant dream. I'm sure there is like folks who already done those kind of things, but yeah, those 3 were my major obsessions. And on the same list that I want to check, I want to watch in anime is Watch the Rock. Since if you are like a band fan and an anime fan, there is like a 3 main anime of like a further like a past generation, which is Beck, the BECK, the band story, and K-On!. And in some cases, Angel Beat, since Angel Beat have a really lot of band scenes, and Gold Set Monster song was really popular. And now almost 20 years passed, almost a decade have passed from Angel Beat and K-On!. Watch the Rock is the the anime girl band or any band that is really popular. And I'm really a fan of the song "너 세이잔이 나랬더라." So I really wanted to know how that song is going to be formed. So Bot the Rock is the first anime I really want to watch if I have a long time to spare, since I really want to binge it. Maybe I will do some watch-alongs, but I don't think that would be really like valuable experience, since I just watch anime silently. I don't really want to like pause and like say my comments. So maybe I will just watch on my own and maybe do some like a review stream. Maybe that could be fun. And in the same vein of Haruhi, I really want to watch Apothecary Diary, the Kusuriya no Hitorikoto. I actually watched the manga of the Apothecary Diary, the Mao Mao's the journal. I forgot the name, but and I really liked how the mystery sense and detective sense and how like the dynamic of like a class is like affecting the thing, and how the Mao Mao can be like batshit crazy actually at some like points. But the romance was really slow, fun, and realistic between, was his name like Jiangxi? Like Zhuangxi? And Mao Mao's like romance is really slow and well developed in my opinion, and I'm not really fond of like any like romance relationships or like romance mangas, but Jinchi. But those two love stories are really cute, and it was really like heart-wrenching sometimes, but the like a sheer frustrations and like a sheer slow burnness is really like encapsulating me. So I really want to watch the anime too, since I watched a little bit of like snippets of it, and voice acting is really amazing too. So, and many more animes. Then I'm really interested in Gachiakuta too. Actually, I watched the manga, and it's kind of like shonen boy, but it is also really amazing art style. Really going into some more like a class actions. Yeah, I'm really interested in Gachiakuta too. And many other animes I really want to watch, but I cannot just bring out in top of my tails. Yeah, one of the best traits are drive for medicine and toxins. Yeah, when Mao Mao gets into her like a focus zone, like a flow state, she can do like amazing things. I think I watched around maybe this is like a spoiler, but I think I watched almost like a latest chapter on the manga, and yeah, I'm really curious about how it will be developed from now on. And now I just like remember, I really want to watch Frieren. Frieren was one of the manga I read that really didn't thought I'd like it, because the story, basically I don't really like characters dying, and there's a lot of characters dying in Frieren. Well, it is cannot be helped since she's elf living for like 1,000 years, so yeah. But yeah, the story of how you can, it is like really encapsulate the how a really like long living individual can see and trying to learn about the human emotions and the like a fickleness of like mortals. And even given that like little time with a fern growing up, she will feel everything that is more like a human, and I really like to experience that too. So those are the animes I want to watch. Now, musics. I'm really a fan of musics. When it's have like I don't really say I like this genre of music. Well, I really like a fan of this band. Well, I do fan of like a really lot of J-rock bands, like Warnock Rock, Red Wimps, Bump Up Chicken, some Ella Garden, and like Asian Kung Fu Generations, and I forgot that one, like Shishamo too, and the Man with the Vision, those guys. But yeah, generally I grew up with listening to like a pop punk and like indie band music, and as well as rock and metal musics. So if I get to choose like a music that I want to listen, I think I'm really partial to the band sound, the guitars, the basses, the drums, and nice vocals too. And if I'm not really into like listening to band sounds, I'm really fine with like listening to any music. But one that really intrigues me is when the music have like a core genre sound. For example, if like a pop music is like going on, but if I hear like a drum and bass, if I hear like a breakcore, if I hear like a jungle, I'm really intrigued into it. Or if I'm listening to like idol songs and maybe like some heavy riff of like a metalcore like plays, or even like a baby metal too. They have like a gent thing too. They have metalcore music too. And when like a popular genre and popular music is associated with like core genre music sounds, I think it will be really intriguing to me. And I like the music when it have like a lot of storytellings. If the musics or MVs and like medias have like a lot of stories that could be told within the music, that I really like to dissect the movie, right? If like some like a raw rich VTuber release their own songs and there's a lot of cares and things going on in like the music videos and the musics, I really like to go into the little details of the lyrics and little details of like animations and art, and like doing those things are really amazing, and I really like them too. Even there is like a lot of albums from non-anime genres that have like storytellings within like how the track list goes. Like even like Kendrick Lamar, one of my addiction is like Kendrick Lamar, and his album is like full of storytelling and introspective thoughts. Yeah, Tyler the Creator. Those I had like a rap page, you know, so I really like storytelling musics. And not last but not least, I like idols. Idols. My first obsession was AKB, and then I grown up into liking perfumes. Well, they wasn't really idols at this stage, but perfumes and Nogijakas and then I go back to liking like a pre-Reiwa idols like a Morning Musume and those like old idols. And then I really like encapsulated by the feeling of how the idols are represented themselves and how they exist to give power to other people, even if it's really hard and things. So yeah, I really like idols. And recently my obsession is like the virtual idols, of course. Many like virtual idol productions have been popping up here and there. And there's a lot of like voice singers too. They could sing more like idol-ish songs. So yeah, those are like my music likes. Right. Now, this is a credit time. Actually, I cannot really show like the chat box in this screen, but if I go back to my room, there is not here. If we go back to here, there's a little bit of chat box animation in from my little phone thing. And if I go to like gaming, there's like horizontal scrolling. Yeah, those are actually made possible by my dear friend RC. My dear friend RC, and thank you for him for like filling the places like we couldn't done. And I'm really thankful that I could have like a representation of our chats in the stream. So really thankful for that. Thank you very much. And for everything else, it is actually in-house production. So character design, illustrations, editorial rigging, OP and ending animating, stream layout, single transitions, BGM, OBS setup, and thumbnails are all made by Rocky Mama. We aspire to have like in-house productions, and we are self-made. Yes. So it was really like silly making this a slide, like listing everything. But she is that capable. I love her too. And yeah, we aspire to have like a more in-house production of something more in the future. Maybe I don't know, what could I make something, what could I like ask her to make? I think I really want to ask her about like a new, like a chat box that is like a little more decorated and more and maybe those like hand cam screens, they could use some like a rework too. And maybe there's like a lot more like rooms they could make. I don't know, we are like sort of like out of ideas. We used everything for this moment. So yeah, so get excited for what to come from her. She is very capable and I love my mama. Now, schedules. The schedules before I was taking a break was actually the Wednesday JST on the midnight. But now our production have like very volatile schedules. So actually I cannot really promise that I can do a stream every week, and that is really like heartbreaking for me, since it is really sad that I can't like do a really like 2 or 3 times, since I'm 9 to 6er, and usually after work there isn't much time that could be spent on other things. I could be spent on like a little like testing streams, but if I get more diligent, I could squeeze in more. But yeah, my goal is to have at least like 1 stream a week in the same time as today, JST, 30 minutes after midnight. There's actually a reason why this is 30 minutes after midnight, since Mama is like Blue Archive addict and she need to do her dailies at midnight, so she will not give me her PC after she is done with her dailies. So that it have to be a JST 30 minutes after midnight. So yeah, I'm hoping we can like meet more often and soon too. Yep. And contact, DM, there's like 3 of us in Twitter, in twitter.com, SACHIKO rena, Rocky is on Rakigaki, and Sonika. I don't think you ever met her in this channel, but I don't know, maybe she want to draw some like otaku drawings and sort illusions. Maybe she'll pop up here and there in weekends too, in weekdays too. So if you have any like inquiries, DM is fine. And email is also fine, but it is like a more businessy, and yeah, if you have some more business inquiries for some reason, then feel free to email me too. And we only have Twitter accounts. We don't have any other how should I put it? Not Blue Sky account. We don't have any like Reddit accounts. So those 3 are only the legit account of SACHIPRO. And yeah, and there is like no Discord too, which I saw like a lot of advices that you should have like Discord, but I and us doesn't really feel the need of it. But who knows, if I need like a little more ease of mind, having like little bit of dedicated space, and maybe I will open up Discord too. Now the tech situation is actually really complicated. I really wanted to use hashtag SACHIPRO and hashtag SACHIKO production in all caps, but hashtag SACHIPRO is actually flagged by some spammers like advertising something. So every time I try to post something under SACHIPRO, it just not go through, and I don't think you can do either. And yeah, and hashtag SACHIKO production is somehow a spam flag. I don't think it is my fault, but every time I try to post something under that one, it kind of gives me like, don't post automated content, which is not, I'm real like a human being that posts it with my like authentic hands and brains. I'm not a robot. So yeah, for a time being, I think if you want to like post something to like make like, if you want to like suggest some games, or if you want to like give me something to watch, maybe hashtag on the SACHIKO rena. It will be general tag. And if you so kindly draw some or create some fan arts or anything that is creative related to us, then feel free to use SACHIPRO_FA, which is shortened for fan arts. And that's for context and text. Now goals. About goals, I really want to create goals that I could somehow conclude in near futures. But yeah, the gist of it is that the first goal of mine is keep streaming what I like in my own pace with good vibes. I don't want to play games that when I'm in not a good vibe, I'd rather just like skip the game or skip the stream. I want to play the game in good vibes where I can fully explain and enjoy something myself. And I want to play the games in my pace. I don't want to rush the game to finish the games just for finishing the game's sake. Yeah. And secondly, I want to make goods or merchandise. This is actually inspired from like stream that I did from Needy Stream Overdose, where I was ranting about I want to make a goods, but I don't really want to like burden myself or others to make a physical goods yet, since I don't have like any capital. So I will just pack Lucky Mama and think about some digital goods. Maybe it could be in maybe like a form of SACHIPRO CI, like, or like a design guideline for SACHIPRO, like a little like a logos of the PNGs that you can print out yourself, like as a sticker, or like a wallpaper, and maybe illustrations, or maybe some like DIY project, like a paper figurines that you can make and place on your ground by just printing it and cutting and make it yourself. So I really want to make some sort of like DIY goods. I want to direct and produce those things, so without having to like worry about like shippings to another country. And yeah, it could be some fun project to just hassle Rocky Mama with. And 3, I want to make community that is comfy, respectful, and mature. And mature doesn't really mean that I really want a community that is full of old people, but in a way that people can be mature about the things that could be shown on the stream. Maybe some game could be showing explicit content or explicit violence or something that is political or religious and that cannot be helped. But I want my community to be more like a level-headed and not going into spewing like hate or like a bigoted comments, but in a sense that is respectful and mature And to create those communities, I really have to be that kind of person. I need to be a very comfy person, and I have to be a very respectful person to the whatever things I've conceived. And if I made a mistake, if I disrespect someone, I'd like to apologize properly. And I want to be genuine of those emotions, and I want to be a more mature person to influence others to have a good vibes. So yeah, make community with comfy vibes and respectful and mature peoples is also just like a goal to myself too. I want to be respectful and mature person. And 4 is really like a long goal. But YouTube like channel monetization is being a little bit like a stingy over time. I think I have to get like a 1K subscribers from like a 500-ish streaming time in like a 1 year. And the latter isn't a big deal, but I really don't have like a strategy to gain subscribers. So I'm just thinking maybe I will just let it happen when it happens. So but I cannot like do like a daily karaoke streams like those V singers and keep like grow your values. Yeah, so I will. That is like a distant something, but the reason I want to get a channel monetization is actually having little bit of like a membership emotes is I really want to make emotes, and like we can use only like YouTube emotes right now, but imagine there's like a little rena emote, little lucky emote, little soul emote. And creating those will be really fun too. And maybe who knows, maybe I can nurture some like a membership only communities where I can like experiment with you. So if I get monetized and if I open memberships, you will be my test subject. And someday, because of my throat surgery, I cannot project my voice as clearly as like most people. But I do like to sing someday. That I couldn't have my place to be like soundproof, but as much as I like music, I really like to like sing some songs and learn some songs like I learn instrument, whatever it could be. So yeah, I want to sing someday, sing my Oshi songs, sing the songs that I hold dear in my heart. So yes, those are my goals for these channels and from now on. Thank you for like watching all of these slides. Yes. And there is actually one thing I want to mention. Rocky Mama actually forgot the one really crucial thing that is really controversial. Like if you see on the screen, I have a little mole on my chin, and Rocky Mama forgot about it on the model. So I really have to. I just discovered it like 2 hours ago. So I will like pester Mama to like fix it in real time. So yes, those are my identities. Or I can actually slap some like a mole asset into Live 2D in YouTube Studio. But yeah. How dare she? Maybe she used like too much concealer. Maybe like doing my makeups and stuff. But I'm really grateful for my mama to create like those like little cute models. And she actually have a lot of things to say regarding the models too, since of course she is like a prideful creator and she want to create a more suitable and more expressive model. And she sort of like understand that this is not like the perfect vision she envisioned. Well, there was like a history of like a renas in the folders that we share. There was, I think, like a 4 or 5 iterations, but somehow she managed to pull out this sort of like successfully to be like presentable. And she is hopeful that she can do a better job next time, and not time after that next time too. Yeah. So let's get back to my room. And I'd like to have some chats around like 10 minutes. Any like questions regarding it? Until then, I'd like to talk about like a plushies, and looks like the model turned out but really quite well. Yeah. One thing I learned from the like there is a VTuber called Bao, not the Bao, the Shy Willy, right? I saw her little clips of like advice to the VTubers where people spend like a 20K on like a really high quality model, the really high quality like really expressive, like high fidelity models, and they just like sit here like and doesn't just like talk, doesn't move, and just like talk, stand still, and that sort of like leave an impression to me. As much as there is an artist and riggers that put a little bit more efforts, there is a job of like streamers to utilize that model to be expressive and want to convey something. So yeah, as much as she, Rocky Mama, have been really working hard, I have to work myself hard to fit into these models. I really want to express, like I will gonna ask some like assets that could be attached to like my arms to like make plays on like a games, or maybe I could like hog some plushies. Maybe I can hog some sake bottles. So yeah, I want to do that. I want to be pair person to be proud to use this model. So win-win. Everyone need to develop themselves to create more enjoyable experience. The existence of plush means that you have accepted the possibility of said plush being punted. Well, I will allow my plushies to be punted, but if you punt my parents' plushie, I will find you. I will kick you in the balls. No matter like you are like a man or a woman, I'm gonna punch you in the balls. Or like crouch, whatever. Don't touch my parents. You can punch my like a little one. And actually, I want to ask Lucky Mama to make a little bit of how should I put it? A little bit of like patterns where you can just print out like patterns of the plushies, and you can like scissor it out, cut it out from like some fabric, and there will be like a detailed guideline how to make a plushie. And instead of like giving like a third-party OEMs to give like the design, I really want to DIY it myself first, and then if it is like feasible, that I can put a lot of like flashy patterns too. Do you know what is like funny about the VTube Studio. If you go to like VTube Studio library, in the first result of the Steam workshop is a 4-hand headpads. So I'm gonna explore a lot of like a lot of assets in the VTube Studio too. Papercraft but with clothes, yeah. You can buy like sort of like those stiff clothes. I don't know how it called, like those felt clothes. And you can just cut it out and use like a hot glue to just like put it together. And since not everyone can pick up sewing, so I think to make those little like plushies with like a hot melt and like a little bit of pelt would be amazing. Maybe one day we can see it being used. Who knows? Who knows? Ah, right. I really almost forgot. There's actually I was watching a Dokibird and she has really amazing out of soul animations where she had like a little bit of like a loading screen that is displayed on her forehead when she's like going bathrooms and toilet and stuff. And since Rocky Mama is a fucking Apex addict, she decided to add this. Look at this. That's right, we have the packet rows, we have packet loss, we have like a connection delay. So every time I will just like get out of frame, it will be just like I think it was really funny. And one more thing is actually I have like one toggle. This is my angry face. Maybe I was like maybe I'm like angry about myself, like beating the bosses that I couldn't like beat. And maybe for us, like for the like future things, maybe more expressions, more mouth shapes. Mama is actually looking into using vBridger, which is more fluent mouse tracking system. And yeah, since in like a character design wise, VTuber's most expressive thing is their eyes, like where they're looking. But we are the sisters of Mechakure, so we have to rely on like a more expressive mouse tracking, and it could be like beneficial about how we speak. So rather than just like being open and close, we could like do like a little side-by-side motions. We can maybe like blab you, we can maybe like have like a pout, more expressive mouse movement. Yeah. So looking forward to the futures. Eventually that will come. So I really thought those whole like this debut thing would be ending on 30 minutes. The gamer limit. Do I have? I can sort of. I can. But that's the thing. I actually don't lean in when I'm like gaming. I have my how should I put it? I put my controller under my desk and I lean back actually. I lean like this is my gamer posture. Since yeah. I have a good posture, no shrimp. This is like partially because of my new chair. I bought this new chair when I was like moving into this house, And I thought it is really like nice office chair with a like really nice lumbar support, and that is true. But this chair doesn't have incline lock, so it consistently just like push my back into like upright positions, and I cannot like be shrimp because the lumbar thing is like pushing my lower back into positions, and if I want to lean, I have to like force myself to the chair to lean. So this is sort of like really put me into really good posture. So I'm sort of forced to have a good posture. And yeah, well, I don't really want to like fuck up my postures too. Like scoliosis is scary. Yeah, I want to get more lip to shrimp. I really want to get more like comfortable being like upright. And even one thing about like my desk is that my desk is really narrow, so I can't really put my legs down in like a lean back position. So I really have to put my feet down on the ground with my heels on the desk. So I'm like almost in like perfect position right now to stream, keeping a good posture. Maybe that is my secret to being able to play games for like a longer time. If you see my Elden Ring playthrough, I think I almost picked 12 hours every thing. And yeah, it was like a really nice chairs and determinations. Right, for the future, the near future plans, let me talk about it. Actually, there is a game called Stella Sora, which is made by Yosta, the gacha publisher company. That is their original IP, which is also like a roguelike 3D action game that is evolved like a card and like a 3-player thing, like a 3 like playable characters. And I think it is opening today. I think it opened like an hours ago. So maybe today is Monday. Fuck, I know. 겨와 개추업이. Maybe if I get from work real early on, and maybe if I have like energy, I'd like to try some like a Stella Sora first day and see if I like it or not, since I was intrigued that it is released on PC and mobile at the same time, and global and the JP release is the same. And this is a genre of the game that I could be lightly enjoy, like a little bit of like roguelike inspired 3D game. So yeah, if I have time tomorrow, I'd like to play. And for the next week, I have like no plan for like next week. But I'd like to send someone like generously like donate me for the Battlefield 6. Maybe I could play some like Battlefield 6 campaigns. I'm intrigued in it. Are you addicted to any gacha? No. I'm the sort of person who gets angry when I don't get what I want, if you know what I mean. I don't like gambling. I don't like betting on how should I put it? I don't like betting on the probability. So like a looter shooter isn't also like my favorite genre. I played like Destiny a few times back in the days, and like farming RNG isn't not my thing. I'd like the more like FFXIB approach where it is like RNG, but it comes out every like a raid. You have like a coffer of like some items you can like roll a dice, or if someone have already the things, you can just get the things. So yeah, I don't really like the thrill of gambling. I don't really like betting on probability. I don't really like on RNG. So I don't think I can be addicted to any gachas. But you can see I can be addicted to grinding, like quest, maybe like a material gathering, like Minecraft. I'm obsessed with creating like little buildings, like those type of like material grinding. It is really fun since I'm constantly thinking about what I could make with it, or grinding a game. Like Prosec, I think I played Proseca for like some time. And Proseca is also gacha, but I don't really like heavily lean into getting a high score with the gacha characters. But I was more interested in like playing Vocaloid games. So no, I don't think I'm addicted to any gacha. And it was like surprising that I was actually talking to like a lot of like work seniors, and some of them are really addicted to gachas and like gamblings, and in a sense of like not actual like money gambling, but like betting on probabilities, like betting on something and getting up like kick out of it. And I just felt like there is like people like that who really like gacha, but I really like certainty. If I want to spend money, I want to get what I want. I don't want gacha and like probability and RNG cloud my thing. So I guess I have to like move into Belgium since gambling laws are strict over there, and I could just buy whatever I want. So I had like loot boxes too. If I like something, I just buy it if I can afford it. I don't like those like random can badges. I don't like TCGs actually. Like back when I was playing like Hearthstone, like nowadays there is like a more like auto chess type of like Hearthstone contents and more like arena things, the event. But back in the days when I was playing Hearthstone, you have to buy a pack, and you have to get a pack from like once a week or once a day for like a free pack, and you have to like predominantly gacha your way to build a deck, and really didn't like that, since if a game is there, I want to play a game as it is. I don't want to like pay money to get what I want. I want to spend my time with the games to get to know each other and gradually be a better gamer inside the game. So yeah. The land of fries and waffles. I cannot forget that one waffle I had in like Melbourne, Australia. I was like going into a random like a local cafe, and they had waffles that is embedded with like sugar crystals, and it was really delicious eating with the bacons and beer. I think the Pilsner Urquell is Belgium beer, isn't it? Does it? I'm gonna Google actually. Pilsner Urquell. It's Checo. Maybe I was mistaken. It was not from Belgium, but I do know like a Belgium golden ale. And I don't know. I don't really like traveling since I don't like to be inside and do my things by myself. But Europe, if you like grow up in my sort of like culture, you have like inherent romance, inherent envy about European culture since it is very, very different. And they have a lot of like foreign food that we don't usually eat. So Europe tour is what I kind of like wanted to do. Like Germany, Belgium, Austria, like Scandinavia, like Finland and Denmark. Not UK. I don't really want to visit UK. And maybe like Switzerland, Turkey, Spain, Scotland is great. Actually, I don't want to visit England. I don't want to visit England. I want to visit Ireland, right? Because I really like Irish whiskey and Islay gins and all those stuff. So, and Guinness too. I really want to like visit Dublin too. So I'm sorry, English, but Ireland and Scottish, Scotland and not the Welsh, the Wales. Those are the country I'd like to visit someday. Especially Ireland. I have like little bit of like romance and soft spot for like Irish since I'm a fan of Game, the Irish YouTuber, and I was like a fan of like a Vanos gaming back in the day, and there was like Wildcat and those like Irish person like a Delirium, H2 Delirium. I really forgot their names, but after some times later, they were like reunited as like Irish lads in Alti Games channels, and really like, yeah, Deity too, Deity. And I'm really enjoying like how they banter together and how sometimes like RT is like describing Irish and Ireland. So yeah, not only I'm interested in their food and their drinks, but I really like to visit some places that I grew up to like because of the streamer. And maybe Sweden too, since there is like a PewDiePie. I was fan of PewDiePie too. And Sweden, he's actually like living in JP right now, don't he? But yeah, Sweden and Scandinavia, I have like those like romance on those like northern and Europe since metal music too, but their food, their coziness, their depressedness. I have like see some like a depressing quote about like the Scandinavians where you drink because it's cold, and because you have drank, you are depressed, and you drink some more. And because you drank, you are depressed. And because you are depressed, you drink some more. That is like a little bit dark joke, but like being really still and a lot of like landscapes in like snow things. I really want to visit those two, like maybe Canada too. Canada. That one time, yeah, the quit drinking advertisement, right? Like quit drinking. Be productive, make a happy family. Canada, I want to visit Canada too. I really want to eat those like rolled maple syrups from the snow. And there's a lot of like a gamey meats from Canada too. America, I don't really want to visit America actually. Maybe like a big city like once in a while. Well, I cannot just like visit anywhere since I don't have like many monies, but Florida, California, Texas, Washington. Is Washington a state? No, like New York City, like Washington, those area. And maybe like Dakota, like those have like a much more natures. You visit cities in America, you don't visit America. That is true. I visit like various states. GTA got you covered. Washington is a state, but Washington DC is a city. Americans and their cities. It's so complicated. So yeah, but more than like traveling, I really want to settle down, actually. So after I like properly settle down in some country or maybe some places, then maybe I can dream about like getting a trip to somewhere else. I actually want to visit like a more west side of the Australia too. I visited Brisbane, I visited like Melbourne sometimes. Queensland is like a lovely state too, and Brisbane is a lovely city. Melbourne was really nice too. But I haven't really been to like Sydney and like those little islands. New Zealand too, I want to visit them too. But first, I want to settle down in a comfortable space where I can at least dream once in a week. Not daydreaming, enough daydreaming. Right, since I have to wake up in few hours to go to work, any last questions? Regarding me, regarding channels, regarding SACHIPRO, regarding Mama, regarding anyone? Or even like a recommendation of the games that I could do? Or maybe something you want to put, maybe something you want to see. What do you think you will be doing next stream? I think I kind of like talked about just a little bit before. If I have a little bit of time, I want to play Stella Sora, the new IP game from Yosta, on today, hopefully. Since like a first day, I want to like be on the first day hype train. And if not, I think I want to do a Battlefield stream this weekend. If the Battlefield is somehow not being streamable for some reason, then maybe I could find something else. What else? I'm really interested about the Camomimi Tea Time, a little bit of like visual novel style like storytelling games. But yes, that will be my goal for the next streams. And then those questions, I will be finishing up this stream. I really didn't doubt this stream would be this long. I thought I will be like speaking for like 30 minutes and awkwardly like ending the stream. I didn't realize that all of you, I didn't expect it, like all of you came and like congratulates me and speaking a lot of good words to me. So thank you very much for all of you. And I hope to see you guys again in some times. Maybe it could be today, tomorrow, something in the middle of the week, or maybe on the weekend. Touchdowns that increase. That's actually like, because of you guys are really attentive and are speaking a lot of good things, asking a lot of good questions, I can answer those questions wholeheartedly. So that is like on you to make this thing more comfortable and funny and interesting. So thanks for you too. So I'm still haven't like decided on what should I like have like as a ending, like one word aisatsu. But yeah, see you next time. And thanks for having me company. Have a good night. Have a good day. Dream only about the good things. And eat a good funny food. Good funny food? No. eat some good yummy food too. And I will bless your day to be a happy and amazing day. And happy Monday! Till we next meet.